So hello everyone, my name is Janine and I wanted to make this quick video about an incident that just happened and was too much to type it out and put it on Facebook, so I'm going to make this video. My daughter is a young professional in Kansas City, Missouri. She's 27 years old and we don't live in the same cities. And she just called and told me about an incident that happened at her job, and she was clearly shaken and disturbed by what happened. And so let me explain this here and maybe you all can chime in with your comments. She works at a apartment complex in on the edge of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, and they have moderate rents to very high rents. And there is a resident who's African American who lives there, and he was going to the on-site gym and he invited a guest with him today. And the guest apparently needed to pay $15. Now, the situation is this guest had just been in that facility as a guest the day before. The resident has lost his key fob that allows him entry into the building, the on-site gym, and he had been asking the office several times for several weeks for a replacement key fob. Well, the door happened to be unlocked today. And so the resident and the guest walked in. The on-site manager for the fitness center apparently lost his mind, started yelling at these guys, saying that the guest needed to pay the $15 and that he was stealing because he was there and didn't pay. And it sounds like it escalated out of control, and so the resident asked to come to the office. Now, here's the connection between my daughter and what happened. My daughter's in the office, as is other staff. Maybe it's about 5 other people, including the owner of the business, the owner of this real estate management company. And he owns the properties too. And so the 2 black gentlemen are out front, and they are talking very loud. They're being very verbal in their choice of words, and they're explaining and yelling this situation to the front desk guy. The volume apparently became so loud that the people working in the office all went up front to see what is going on. The decision was made to move the 2 guys into a conference room, and now all the employees are standing in the hallway like, well, what are we supposed to do now? So my daughter makes a decision as the only African American person who's employed doing leasing and working in the office. She decided to go into the office and talk to these 2 black gentlemen. They had calmed down some, and they went on to explain what had happened in the gym and how it was embarrassing and why did they have to experience that, and it felt like discrimination, and they believe they are owed an apology. My daughter said as she was sitting there, she clearly could identify with what they were saying because she is a young African American female in America, right? So when the situation was over, my daughter said nobody in the office said anything to her. She came outside and she called me immediately. And calling me and then speaking to me, I could clearly hear that she was very disturbed by what had happened. So I told her, that she, once she calms down, that this was really an opportunity for her to shine in this situation, because this is a teaching moment for the people in that office. If they don't understand what happened and how being humiliated like that as a African American man in America, there were comments about not only about this guest was stealing, although it's just $15, but also that the 2 men didn't have on their shirts when they were working out, and other people in that gym don't wear shirts. Other men in the gym don't wear shirts. And so there's some inconsistencies in how policies are enforced. Also, this gentleman who lives there, the resident, is a vice president of a bank in Kansas City. He certainly has the money. He's paying over $2,000 a month to live in his small apartment, as my daughter says. So there's a lot of dynamics going on here, but I said to my daughter, I'm sorry, it's kind of hot up here in my office, my home office. My daughter has an opportunity to shine through this situation, because maybe at the next staff meeting, and this is what I told her, maybe at the next staff meeting, she could explain or bring up what happened and how it was perceived and understood and processed by those Black gentlemen, and how it just really emotionally disturbed her too. I mean, she was very in a state of heightened emotion when she just called me to explain what happened. And we both are in agreement that the owner of the business should have stepped in to diffuse this situation, and at the very least talk to my daughter and ask her if she was doing okay. The gentleman who was at the front desk did reach out to my daughter and ask her if she was okay. And so I just want to get your comments and feedback on this situation. Do you think it was discrimination, and do you think these gentlemen are owed an apology? Let me know in your comments. Thanks. Bye.